Good evening and welcome to Red Arrows Racing. I am your host and commentator. My name is James. We are on Season 5, Round 7, Mexico, at the Hermanos Rodriguez circuit, or the Autodrome Hermanos Rodriguez. Let me just check everything's working with the stream before we go any further. We're live, can you hear me? Let's just make sure this works. Yep, sounds all good on the page. So let's put this in the chat so if any of the drivers want to join us, they can. There we go, that's there. So let's go over the notes for tonight. So, with Jury no longer in the league, we've now got 3 drivers with a chance to take the lead tonight. So, Ant currently sits in P2 in the championship, and we've also got Super Calgon and Mel Dave. Any one of those 3 could mathematically be leading the championship at the end of tonight. Speaking of Ant, as of last week, he becomes the driver with the most wins in Red Arrow's history. And yeah, a chance to go top of the championship tonight as well, in his hope to retain it from last season. Red Bull are likely to lose the lead of the constructors tonight, and that fight looks wide open. Mathematically possible, any one of the top 6 teams, I think it is. Let's have a look. Yep, any one of the top 6 teams, so that's Red Bull, Williams, Aston Martin, Ferrari, Alfa Romeo and Alpine, could be leading the championship at the end of tonight. So that is wide open. Currently Red Bull on 119, from Williams on 113, Aston Martin on 92, Ferrari 88, Alfa Romeo 80, Alpine 78. That's where we're at. And then the drivers' title fight has Jury leading the championship on 87, Ant on 83, Calgon 79, Mel Dave 78. All with the chance to potentially take the lead of the championship tonight, depending on how things go. We'll look at the history of the league. We've used Mexico twice. We used that in Season 2 and in Season 4, and on both occasions, and won the feature race. So I think that puts us in a situation where he's heavy favourite. Super Striker won the sprint. Season 2 there was no sprint, but there was one in Season 4, and that was, Super Striker claimed that. So don't rule him out either. Regarding the track, there are 17 corners, 10 to the right and 7 to the left. Very tricky middle sector, so be careful of track limits. Those S's are treacherous, very easy to make a mistake. There are 3 DRS zones, but only 2 activation zones. So the DRS, as you come through the stadium section, or as you just come out of the stadium section, is then activated on the start-finish straight, and then you get a second activation between turns 3 and 4, and then there's one in the middle of the lap just before a stadium section. We should have a full grid tonight, which, there we go, is now fully populated. The 19 full-time drivers, and then Lewis there in the Red Bull is reserving for us tonight. So everyone's now readying up. It looks like we're ready to go. Let's go on with the action. As I've said, according to the form book and on paper, Ant is heavy favourite for tonight. However, we don't play on paper, so let's see if there's an upset on the cards here. No sprint tonight, of course, so we go into our short quali. We've got this short quali, then our race is 36 laps. And according to the notes, the soft tires go 11 laps, mediums 20, and the hards 27. My thinking is that there's going to be one or two drivers here who manage to go 36 laps without incurring any sort of time penalty, because those S's in the middle of the lap are so hard to get right consistently. 36 times consecutively to get those right, I can't see a lot of people doing that, to be honest. And that's not underestimating the ability of the drivers in this league, it's saying how hard those are. So let's get the data up and let's see who comes out first. Our drivers are applying their setups. We'll see who braves it first. Liam selecting medium tyres there, so it looks like he's going for perhaps a couple of cider laps first. So Super Striker is the first car out on the circuit. So we'll stick on him for now. We've also got Hellbound on the track. I believe it's an Alpine behind him. So a lot of activity. Now here comes a lot of the field coming out of the pit all at the same time. About 4 or 5 car, possibly even more there. About a 5-car chain there, all come out of the pits together. So that's a bit crowded back there. So now sort themselves out into some sort of order. But we'll stay on Striker for now, he's the first car on the road. So he now comes up to the DRS zone. So detection is just there. And the activation comes a little bit later, so the activation for that zone is there. On the brakes, into the stadium section we go. And yeah, the activation for the detection's there for the double activation zone. You get to activate beyond the finish line. It's where the big white marker is there. Yellow flags are about as Striker starts his lap. Hopefully it's just people letting each other through. And hopefully we don't get held up here because there's a lot of cars up ahead of him. Hopefully everyone gets out of the way for us. There's a Ferrari there and Alpine, hopefully they've seen us. Yep. Well done there with Ferrari, get out of the way. I think it looks like it could be Ant. I see he's on an outlap, so yeah, I believe that's him. Hopefully the Alpine has seen us and will get out of the way as well. So far so good for Striker here on the DRS. Hopefully Alpine gets out of the way. Ooh, that was a little bit dicey. Here we go then, on the last couple of corners. On his way to the line. So Striker goes 117, Hellbound is next car on the road, he goes 117 also, but slightly slower. Casper goes 117.1. Lewis there in his first appearance for Red Arrows goes second place, 117.3. We're on board with Bish at the moment. Let's see what he can do. He goes P3. Shephand there goes P6. R12 is P7. We'll go on board with Mel Dave because he's one of the drivers who is in with a shout of going to the top of the table tonight, or the top of the championship. Boo Boo with a big lap there, over half a second ahead of Casper. We'll come off mode over here because he's invalidated the lap. We'll go on board with Chrissy, who previously in the chat has promised a top 5 finish tonight. He's bad at his lap as well, so we'll come off him. Who should we go to? We'll go to Anne, we'll see what he can do on his lap. That's gone wrong for him, so we'll come off there. He's lost a wing as well, so we'll go to Pinto. See what he can manage. He comes up to the line now. It's a 17-1, goes P3. Good start to Alpine's quality so far. Ben P7. As most drivers we're looking to come to the pit now. We'll see what Mel, Dave and Chrissy do. If they box now or they're going for another lap. It looks like they're trying another attempt. We'll see what they can do. There's yellow flags there for what looks like an Aston, and it is Liam. I think that's just his sight lap on the medium tyres. Now Dave, 57.2 through the middle sector, total for the lap. No idea where that's going to put him. It looks fairly quick though. 16, 17, 1, goes P3. No one getting near Boo Boo's time at the moment. That's the one that's dominating by over half a second. Proved last week he had 1 lap pace. His race didn't quite go to plan though. His sprint or his race, I should say. Didn't go how he would have wanted. But the 1 lap pace is definitely there. Chris is going to the box. I am on the medium tyres getting his eye in. We'll have a look at see what Wilco's doing. Joshua Wilco here might be boxing this lap, but we'll have a look and see what he's planning on doing. No, he's going in yet. So I expect most people will be in now. We're ready to come out and do another lap. So this might be a bit of a lull in the session. Always grinds and validates laps. It might be his in lap anyway. And it is. No, it's probably an in lap. I think that's going to be it for the action for now. Oh no, Ant's come back out. We've got Ant, Striker, Hellbound, and R12 all gone up for another lap. So we'll be on board with Striker at the moment. I think he's the lead car off that. I think anyway. It might actually be Hellbound. We'll go with Hellbound now because I think he's first on the road. People trying a second lap. I could be mistaken, but I believe he is first on the road. See what he can do. DRS wide open on the run into turn 1. So a quick 1, 2, 3 here. Into that chicane. And back on the DRS. As I said, there's a 1 detection for 2 activations there in the race. So that could be the decider of a lot of battles. Because if you can get someone to turn 1, theoretically you've got that run from turn 3 to turn 4 to try and pull away. That's made a mistake there, so we'll go to Striker because I think he's next on the road. Striker's a 10th up on his previous best. So the extra 10th would move him, that's 10th and a half actually, will put him up in to about P7. But he hasn't validated the lap there, so that's no good to him now. Ben's on an out lap. We'll go to Bish, see what he's up to. So he goes 28.5 for the first sector. Almost 2 tenths up on his previous best time. So if he match the rest of his lap, finding 2 tenths would be good enough for P5. He might even be able to find more in the rest of the lap. We'll see what he's got in his locker. On the DRS. And on the exit sector 2 is now 3/10 up. So this could be good enough for P2 at this rate. See how he gets on in sector 3. And it's a 17.1, just 7,000 slower than Casper's lap, puts him P3. And round again, not an ideal start to his session. I think it's filming still connected. He's not having his best session. We're on board with Lewis on his debut. P8 so far. Not bad at all for a debut. We'll see how his race goes. Reserving in the Red Bull tonight. Left vacant by our current championship leader. Lewis 4/10 up on his lap. That's a lot of time to find. Even if he matches the rest of his lap, that's good enough for P2. If he can find even more time, maybe, just maybe, he can challenge Boo Boo. We'll keep an eye on this lap with intent. We'll keep an eye on this one with great interest because this could be a good lap. How's his sector 2 panned out? He's now half a second up. This is looking like at least good enough for P2, possibly even better. What has Lewis found here? Always grinding goes to P2 there, and Lewis takes it off him. A 1:16.5 as well, so just a few hundredths off Boo Boo's time. Always grinding with 1:16.7, so suddenly Boo Boo might be under threat here. From having a cushy half-second lead, it's now only a couple of hundredths to Lewis, and a couple of tenths now to Meldav, and always grinding. Meldav with 1:16.7 there. This session's now looking like it's hotting up. We'll see who else is on laps. We'll go to Ben. His focus might be elsewhere. His beloved Leicester playing tonight against Newcastle. He's coming in by the looks of it, so we'll come off him. We'll see what QHID is up to. So QHID coming to the end of sector 1 here. 2 tenths down in his time, so we'll come off that lap because that might not be going quite to plan. I think everyone else... Actually, no, we'll go back because I think everyone else is due into the box. No, we'll come off it now because it's invalidated, so we'll see what Striker's doing. So Super Striker comes into the stadium section and around the last couple of corners. I think it's going to be an out lap at the moment because his lap time's well down, so I think it's going to be a start of his proper lap now. Into turn 1 we go. On to DRS for the run in between turns 3 and 4. Where does that put him? He's marginally up on his previous best. Around turn 6. Now the tricky S's. This is where lap times are won and lost. Looks pretty smooth so far. He's now half a second up on his previous best. Looks like he's nailed that section there. So half a second up would be good for P5. So if he finds any more, possibly even a P4. See what he's got. Goes 15, 16, 1:16.9, puts in P5. Good lap there. And suddenly it's all getting much closer. 1:16.9 is good for P5. And then 1:17.1, just 2/10, will put you in P10. Just a few tenths separate P5 from P10. A second currently separates the top 14 drivers. I'll go on board with Chrissy now, see what he's able to do. No, he's on a slow lap, so we'll come off that. And so an invalid lap there, so we won't follow him for now. Coach ideas invalid, so we'll come off that. Let's have a look at Murph. Let's see what Murph's got. Looks like a slow lap currently, so this could be his out lap. Ready to now start a flying lap. Oh no, that could have been a flyer. Oh no, yeah, this is fly now. Sorry. Issue with the data screen there by the looks of it. It flashed up with the 1:17.8 is on now. In the top right. So 28.8 for sector 1, about a tenth down as previous best. But that's easily found if you can nail the S's. Like I said, lap times are won and lost here, so you can easily find that 10th back by nailing this. Oh, contact curse. Just as I said, he needed to nail that sector. It's in the wall. We'll go on board with Shepan in the Ferrari. He's 3.5 tenths up on his previous best. If he matches his third sector, that would be good for possibly P13. Across the line, a 17.4 gets P14 out of it. We'll go up the grid and see who's gone up now. I think this is Mel Dave now about to start a flying lap. Oh no, this looks like a quick lap. This is a quick lap. He finds a couple of hundredths on himself. Stays P3 for now. That's Bish off the road there. So it's a few seconds left of the session. People are now getting on to their final laps. Percival's retired. Calgon, the only driver yet to set a lap, so let's have a look at him and see what he's doing, because he's one of the drivers who could be leading the championship at the end of tonight. Boo Boo goes even quicker. A 1:16.3 is on now. And let's see what Calgon's got in his locker here, because like I said, he's one of the drivers that can go all the way to the top of the championship by the end of play tonight if things go his way. Goes P17, not ideal for him at all, but it's a long race and lots of action can unfold here. A very tight circuit here and lots of opportunities to overtake. Lots of opportunities for a safety car. A lot of laps, so P17 is not what we would have wanted, but there's plenty you can do from there. His day is not done. So of the three who could go to the top of the championship tonight, we've got Meldave in P3, Ants P9 and Calgon in P17. So it looks like at the moment it's advantage Meldave. So we'll see what Ant can do on his final lap of the session. Looks like Liam up to P5 there, good lap from him. Ant goes to P8. That's the end of the session. I closely fought battle there. In terms of P2 down, Bubu quite comfortably at the pole. I say comfortably, actually no, Lewis close there, just 15 thousandths. After that, it's P3 down, I think it's really tight. From P3 down to P16, as a second separates them. Sorry, P17. Yeah, from P3 to P17 is separated by a second. But it's Bubu from the debutant Lewis, from Mel Dave, almost grinding P4, Liam P5, Casper P6, Shadow P7, Ant P8, Striker in 9, then Bish, Chrissy, Joshua Wilker, EP, QHID, Shepan, Hellbound, Calgon, Murph, Percival, and R12. As we are getting ready to go. I expect the most obvious call if there's no bad weather for it to be a medium to hard one stopper, but with the probability of a safety car, etc., it might be worth a gamble. My prediction would be that most people will start on the medium tyre, but I could be wrong. Let's see what people decide to do. Let's give it a look. Oh, we've retired from this session, are we? I wasn't sure if we're doing that or not. I think by the looks of it, we are retiring. There must have been some penalties to apply. I must admit I didn't look at that. But that's okay, so everyone will retire from this and then we'll get going soon enough. So expect the same carnage here. Then we'll get going properly. Here we go. So everyone's got a bit of fun here. Of course there is a penalty, yeah, remember, I think it's Bubu's got one. So Bubu won't start from pole. I think Bubu's got a 3 place from memory. My brain being a bit slow there. I will double check that. I think it is Bubu. It's got a 3 place penalty. Let's have a look. Instant outcomes. Yeah, Casper versus Bubu, 3 place penalty to Casper. That's right. Yep. So it'll be Lewis on his debut, starting from pole. Apologies for the short delay there. We'll be into the action soon. While that's going on, I'll have a quick look at what's going on in the football. We'll have a quick score update. So if Ben, you're listening, it's 0-0 currently. I think Leicester's clear by the line by the looks of it. Anyway, back to F1. As we look to get started with our Mexican Grand Prix. Here we go, we're getting ready to go. Thanks for bearing with us. Anybody watching along, who's your bet to win the race? And also remember, we've got to give Chris some abuse because he's promised a top 5 finish here. So he's got to have some abuse against him if he doesn't do this. Just wait for people to ready up. I'm not sure what the delay is here, but it's getting ready to go. Oh, there must be center grid. Just bear with us. We're getting the off soon. Oh yeah, you can see I was doing the session now. I was now doing the weather. So it should only be a matter of time. 36 laps ahead of us. There we go, we're now rearing up, so we are good to go. Here we go then. Chrissy in the chat, still promising this top 5 finish. Let's see if he can live up to it. Here we go, and as we are ready to go, let's see what the strategy call is. Like I said before the last start, I'd expect in a dry race for us to be a medium hard one stopper, but that sky looks a bit nasty, so maybe the chance of some rain, it might affect the strategies. The drivers would have seen the forecast from the last session, so they'll know what to expect. Maybe if there's rain early on, you would go for the softs. If it's expected later in the race, maybe try and eke out the hard tyre until the rain comes. Unfortunately, the drivers know more than what we do from here in the comms box. The drivers have seen the forecast and we can't, so it's all guesswork from me, unfortunately. But we'll find out in due course. Let's have a look and see what everyone's doing on the strategy. So, Lewis will lead us away from Meldave. Let's see what the tyre situation is. So, only one person's attempting the soft tyres, and that's R12. We've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. There's 10 on the medium tyres, by the looks of it. So we've got 10 medium tyre runners, 9 hard tyre runners, and 1 soft. Front 2 have gone for the medium. Always grinding in P3 is the first of the hard tyre runners. Boo Boo, much like last week, has proven that he's got the 1 lap pace. That penalty, that 3 place penalty, is the only thing that's keeping him off pole tonight. We'll see if he can progress through the field. So the strategy call there says around about lap 20 is when to come in from the hard tyre. So they're starting on that. The mediums go 20 laps exactly according to this, so maybe you can eke out the mediums to then, or maybe you stop a little bit earlier. Based on what that strategy call said, doing 20 laps on the hard tyre, you'd expect the medium tyre runners to be in around lap 16. So between laps 16 and 20 is your window for most drivers in this race. We'll go to Meldave off the start. We'll see what progress, if any, he can make to Lewis. Hellbound and Mrs. Grid slot, along with QHID and R12 there. Here we go then. It's 5 lights, and we're going Mexico. Meldave has got a great start. He's alongside. Lewis has got a better second phase of the start here and has managed to pull away a little bit. But it's going to be a fight in the turn 1. Sends Meldave around the outside. Can he get the job done? So far so good. Has a little bit of a wobble there on the curb, and that allows Meldave to get back into the lead. Bubu's up in place as well into P3. Meldave now has the lead into turn 4. Can Lewis come back at him? Yes, he can. Around turn 6 here. There's yellow flags out. It looks like a Mercedes in trouble. That's Bish. Bish and possibly QHID there in problems. It's a Red Bull and a Williams there. Always grinding off the road along with Shadow. Lewis got the lead back. More yellow flags about. That's an Aston. That's Joshy Wilco out of the race. On a full course yellow. We've not got a safety car as yet, so possibly a virtual. It looks like a BSC. Cause I'm not. Yeah, it is. You can see it there from the LED board. So the big gainers so far are Hellbound and Super Calgon, both up 8 places. But R12 Watts up 7 places, Murph up 6, Shepard up 5. Always grinding down 14, Ben down 15 places now. Sorry, always going down 15 places, sorry. As in the box is white. Yeah, so always going on a Murph into the pit box. So Lewis leads from Meldave. Lewis picked up a drive-through penalty. That'd be music to the ears of Meldave. We're back under green conditions, and Meldave in P2, but the leader has a drive-through penalty. It's advantage Meldave in this championship now. What can he do from here? Possibly a threat from behind from Bubu, who's had that 1 lap pace, as we've said. Can he put it together for this race? He looks like he can challenge. Gritty upper place into P12. And Lewis is coming in immediately to serve that drive through. Casper goes fast lap. We'll keep an eye on where Lewis comes out. You'd think towards the back with how early this is in the race. To lose a lot of time this early on is not great, but we'll see what he can do to come back. It looks like it's going to be P14 he rejoins. Meldave under attack. And currently the front runner of the hard tyre starters. Him and Striker are the top 2, and that's Striker P6 as it stands. As Meldave leads the way, we'll have a look at Bubu and see what he's doing. He's now out of the 1 second window for the DRS. Liam is closing around Ant here, so it's soft tyre versus hard tyre. You'd expect this is going to be advantage Liam. We'll see what he can do. This should be the first opportunity to use DRS. As here comes Liam. Normally does set his car up for a strong straight line performance, so you'd expect him to have an advantage here. Into turn 1, goes for the move. Does he make it stick? So far so good. He's going to have DRS again. That's a double activation point, so he might be able to get away here. 3 tenths has managed to pull 4 tenths now. Murphy's got a 3 second penalty. Bish has a penalty as well. And we have yellow flags out. That looks like it was the other AlphaTauri. That looks like it's possibly R12 having an issue. Bubu now in contention for the lead. Has DRS. Chasing down Meldave. the likes of Ant and Super Calgon will be praying that Boo can make the move. Anything to disrupt Melday's race. We have yellow flags out. That's an AlphaTauri. R12 out of the race. And we've got a safety car. We have a safety car. So what will this do to the strategies? I expect it's too early to box, but if you're trying to perhaps pull a fast one and one of the drivers ahead of you, try and make up some ground, maybe have a quick soft tire stint or something like that, change strategy to a two-stopper, maybe. We'll see what everyone does. And we've got Lewis and QHID in. Lewis might see this as a chance to perhaps get the soft compound up and make up some ground where he lost time from his penalty early on. We'll see what he's done. He's gone to the medium tyre. So I'd expect him to be in again because 31 laps the end of the Grand Prix. 20 laps we think those tyres last. So we think he's due in again. QHID has gone to the hard tyre. Hard tyres go 27, so we expect him to be in as well. Unless he can do a great job of looking after the tyres. So far, everyone 14th place down has been in pit. We'll see what everyone decides to do from here. So none of the front runners choosing the box. Everyone looks like they were in track position here. Yep, no one going for the bold strategy choice. Everyone's staying on their current game plan. Let's have a look again at the position change. So it's still Hellbound and Super Calgon, the big gainers from the early phase of this race. The pair of them up 9 places from their starting positions. Chrissy, the only person to maintain position. Everyone else has changed in one way or another. So we're expecting a couple more laps under the safety car before we get going again. Chrissy having a go at Joshua Wilco in the chat. I'm not sure what's happened there because Josh is out of the race. Maybe that was a collision earlier on. I'm just speculating this stage. I'm not sure what happened. I didn't see it. So providing Ben can catch safety car here, we'll be going again in this lap. It's looking unlikely, I'll be honest. Which means safety car will go out for one more lap. Ben saying Delta keeps screwing him over, so it could be another fault with the game. It shouldn't be giving him a delta at the moment, it should be allowing him to catch the pack. Yeah, so safety car's going to be out one more lap while I wait for Ben to catch up. So look at the tyre situation. So fairly even mix between medium and hard tyres at the moment. And Super Striker along with Calgon playing the long game. We'll see how that works out for him, see how the strategy unfolds. They know more about what's going on with the weather as well. The clouds still looking a bit nasty up there. Looks a bit overcast. I'm not sure if there's any weather coming. I said the drivers will know. But we don't from here. Safety car should be in at the end of this lap. So we're back racing again on lap 9. Murph's been to the pit, I wonder what he's done. He has changed to the hard tyre, I believe. It's saying they're a lap old as well, so I think it's put on an old set. Because there's only, you only actually given one set of hard tyres as well, so I believe it's the one set of hard tyres put back on. So he's playing the long game. We'll see what goes on from the restart here then. So we'll stand by with Boo Boo for now so we can see how his restart goes. As there's the confirmation, safety car is in this lap. So Mel Dave leaves the field. We'll keep an eye on Boo Boo. So we can watch the leader from an off-board perspective. Mel Dave, you'd expect he's got to leave this as late as possible to avoid giving Boo Boo a run on him. Where does he go? It looks like it's gone now. He's like I could jump there. Looks like an issue back in the field. Casper's dropped a lot of places there. Looks like there's a big issue at the back. Lewis out, Calgon out. That's a big mess at the back. Let's see what's gone on. There's both of the stricken cars. Disaster on the restart. I'm not sure quite what happened there, but Casper's down a lot of places and we've lost 2 drivers there. Absolute carnage. And the lead 2 have a massive gap. It's Mel Dave from Boo Boo and then a 5-second gap back to Liam. I'm not sure what happened with Casper there, but something went wrong. Maybe he put the throttle on too early and lost it, and then people couldn't overtake because of the because him being on the road. If anyone knows, feel free to correct me. That's my guess to what happened. Disastrous restart for anyone that's not Mel Dave or Boo Boo. 1.9 seconds Matteo Paparelli though. It's a great restart for him. And one of his rivals in the form of Super Calgon is out of the race. So it's gone about as well as it could go for Mel Dave. Ferrari's here in P4 and P5. This will do them the world of good in their championship hopes. Are there any team orders at Ferrari though? If there are, you'd expect Shepan to move out of the way to allow Ant, who's going for the championship, to come through. Calgon's in the chat, he's livid. As you'd expect him to be. Casper into the pit box. Drama there on lap 9 on the restart. I suppose technically lap 8 because it was don't cross the line yet, but yeah, you know where we're going. You know what we mean. as we are watching the battle for P4 between the Ferraris. DRS now enabled, and we'll see what happens here with the Ferraris. Chrissy there lurking in the background in P6. He's not got the DRS. He did promise a top 5 finish, remember. He's currently not too far away. There's contact there between Chrissy and Super Striker, but Striker up the inside into turn 2. No, to make a move there, but it might have been a corner cut from Chrissy into 3. I'm not quite sure. Striker is through nonetheless. Striker up to P6. I should say back on the P6, I think. What a race Shephan's had, up 11 places. I think a lot of them might have been from the drama from the safety car restart. But well capitalised all the same. Chrissy now trying to have a go back at Striker. Hits him there, makes contact, and lost out to his teammate. Went all wrong there for Chrissy. Now down in P8 and being chased down by Percival. Percival has DRS to him. Can he make the move? Which way does he go? Goes to the inside. Thinks better of it. Looking at Bish trying to chase down Super Striker. Bish has the tyre advantage as it stands. From the start, we expected the pit window to be between laps 16 and 20. That might get extended a bit now due to the one virtual and one physical safety car. That might adjust the strategies somewhat. We have yellow flags, that's McLaren. It looks like QHID has a problem there. And I've got past Shephan there, we missed that one. So out up to P4. But Shephan still on his teammate's rear wing. Possibly working in tandem there to use DRS to get in front. Although Shephan doesn't have it. The fight here is between Bish, Chrissy, Percival and Pinto. And always Grinders in there as well. P7 through 11 are all close. Let's have a look at it, let's see what's going on. There's a yellow flag there, it looks like there's a problem for Ben. I'll have a look at him, see what's going on. Yep, he's in the wall there. Those S's are oh so tricky. This is what I was saying in the quality about it's difficult to get that right 36 times over the course of a race. So far, 4 drivers with penalties. I'm expecting a lot more. I'm only expecting 1 or 2 to go penalty free this race. As we're on board watching, well, we're watching Pinto versus Always Grinding. At the moment, Always Grinding's come out ahead. Always Grinding currently has a tyre advantage. He's on the mediums as opposed to Pinto's hard tyres. Percival next target for Always Grinding, if he can get him. And now chasing down Liam over P3. As Hellbound there picks up a penalty. QHID with the penalty there as well. So the penalty's now coming thick and fast, as we expected. And Ant trying to take the position back from Liam. He will get DRS. But it looks like he's a bit too far back to try anything at the moment. As we're watching Always Grinding's taking Percival there. Well before the corner. He'll have the DRS here to try and chase down Chrissy. Always Grinding down 6 places from his start position. But he's on the fight back. Chris is still behind his teammate after the mistake he made trying to overtake Super Striker. Bish now picks up a penalty. And Super Striker now on the back of Shepan. And Shepan boxes. We're on lap 16, so this is the window. We're into the window for the medium tyre runners. So Shepan in, Bish is also in. Expect them to go to the hard tyre and get to the end, as they have done. So expect Mel, Dave, Boo Boo and Liam to be in shortly. Whether they do it this lap or not is yet to be seen. We'll take a look and see what's going on. So this might swing into Ant's favour. Now these are the laps which can make or break Ant's race, because we're expecting most of the lead drivers to come in. We'll see what Mel Dave does. Chrissy picks up a penalty there and multiple warnings. So Mel Dave is indeed in. Boo Boo stays out. Liam I'd expect to stay out. Thinks himself as a bit of a tyre whisperer, and he does go for it. So Mel Dave in the box here. And we'll see where he emerges. P9 currently as it stands. Hellbound also into the pit. And Mel Dave emerges in P10 behind Murph. So this is potentially race winning laps now for either Mel Dave or Ant. These are the critical laps in terms of the strategy. Is the DRS going to be an advantage for Ant, or is it going to be a hindrance having Liam there to potentially slow him down? He is catching. He goes up the inside. Can he make it stick? No, he can't. Liam defending there. Managing to keep the place. We've got a problem there for an Alpha Tauri. That's going to be Ben. This has not worked out ideally for him. So Boo Boo stays out for another lap and Liam is in. So Ant now in clear air. Mel Dave still behind Murph. We'll keep an eye on that. We'll see if Meldev can make the place up. Meldev potentially in traffic, while the likes of Boo Boo and Ant are in clear air, so this could be a critical part of the race for those drivers. As Meldev's going to be trying to make the move here on Murph. Which way does he go? He's going for inside. He's through. He's managed to make it stick as well. So his next target will be Pinto. That's if Murph can't have a go back at him now in the next DRS zone. Murph has passed Meldev. Meldev's had an issue. It's a spin. Disaster for Meldev. That could be what ruins his race. He's lost a part of the front wing there as well. QHID now fighting with him. He goes wide. And Boo Boo's into the box. Gives Ant the lead of the race, at least momentarily. Strike will come through as well. We'll see where Boo Boo emerges. You'd expect him to the hard tyre, and he is, yet. So he comes out in P7. Got his teammate Murph for company. So critically, Boo Boo ahead of Murph for the net lead of the race. Ahead of Meldev. Meldev out behind Murph. Temporarily managed to make the move, but then lost it. Murph and Striker pick up penalties there. The penalties are coming in now. That's an issue for Chrissy. Chrissy's lost it. Oh, he's been hit. Percival's hit him. Percival out of the race. We've lost Percival. I haven't got a safety car. So this could massively benefit someone like Ant here. The time lost behind the safety car now would make his pit stop a much easier pill to swallow. This could be an advantage to the likes of Super Striker and Ant, who both come in. Always go on and follow suit on his soft tyres. Sorry, medium tyres, sorry. Pinto in also. Boo Boo he is close enough to take the lead of the race though. But what it does affect is now Ant and Boo Boo are both on tyres. They're going to make the end of the race, but Ant is on the softer compound, so it's going to be right up the backside of Boo Boo. So this could be what makes Ant's race. Pushes down to P10. There's a lot of activity in the pit. It's everybody except Boo Boo has boxed under the safety car. Unfortunate timing there for Boo Boo. If that safety car had been one lap earlier, or if he had gambled one lap later on his stop, he'd be in the same boat as all these drivers who are now boxing. Mind you, would have been on the medium tyres to go to another medium, so he would probably have to stop again anyway, so maybe it would have all gone the same way. But everyone with the exception of Boo Boo is on the medium tyre, and those will go to the end of the race. So I'd expect safety car to be out for one more lap, because it'd be at the end of this one if Casper can catch the pack. I'm not sure if he can from there. I'll have a recap of where we are then. So we've got Boo Boo from Ant, from Striker, from Always Grinding P4, Pinto P5, Murph P6, QHID, Liam, Chrissy, Shepan, Meldave, Ben, Bish, Hellbound, and then Casper and P15. We've lost Percival, Lewis, Calgon, R12, and Joshy Wilco. And with that, we confirm that Red Bull will lose the lead of the Constructors' Championship tonight. Let's have a look at the standings and see exactly where we are. So safety car won't be in this lap. We'll be out for one more. I'm not so sure Red Bull will lose this lead, they might still be in there. No, as it stands, I think Always Grinding's P4 will be enough to give Williams the lead of the championship. In terms of constructors, as things stand, as we get ready to go racing at the end of this lap. I'll look at the penalty situation. So Strikers on 3, Always Grinding on 3, Murph on 6, then QHRD, Liam and Chrissy all on 3s, Ben's got a 3, Hellbound's got a 3, and Bish's got an 8. So Murph, the big gainer of this race so far, up 12 places. After we've had a virtual safety car and 2 full safety cars. Can happen around here, it's a tough circuit to get right. So safety car should be in this lap. We'll wait for the official confirmation, then we'll go on board with Ant to see what Boo Boo does. In the lead, hopefully a cleaner getaway this time. There's confirmation of safety car in. We're not expecting any more pit stops this race. Everyone should be able to go to the end. So any further pit stops would be unplanned. When does Boo Boo decide to go? You'd think as late as possible to avoid getting a run on him. It's a long straight. Here we go then, Boo Boo is away. We'll go and see us go on further back. Hopefully not the drama of last time. It looks like a clean getaway this time. QHID and Liam here. Finding out Liam's through. And look, he's giving the place back. I'm not sure what's happened there. That's allowed Chrissy to get through as well. And Chrissy's wide at turn 3. Still yellow flag shown on my screen. I'm not sure if that's a glitch in the game or what's going on there. It looks like people are racing. I've still got yellow shown on my screen. I'm hoping that's the visual glitch on my. Bish not giving me a drive through for one too far back. So here we are under virtual safety car conditions. No, it's just yellow flag conditions on my screen. I'm not sure quite what's going on here, to be honest. I'm hoping it's just a visual error. Shepan picks up a 3-second penalty there. The yellows temporarily went away, but now they're back again. Now we're green. Pinto picks up a penalty, so it's only Boo Boo and Casper are penalty free as things stand. Finally got it green on my screen now. We are racing again. A big gap between Chris and Meldave there. I'm not quite sure what's happened. Further in the pack. We're watching Striker. As he's in P3, trying to gain on the leaders. The safety car is massively disadvantaged Boo Boo as he's on the wrong compound compared to everyone else. The entire field, with the exception of Boo Boo, is on the medium tyre. He's been caught on the hards. Nothing in that apart from just bad luck. Unfortunate timing. As Ant now challenging for the lead and gets it. Takes the lead of the race. Looking to remain undefeated here in Mexico. We've raced here twice before and won them both. We have yellow flags and it looks like Ben. He's lost it. And DRS now enabled. Striker now chasing down Boo Boo. Pursuing turn 4 now. Can he get him? No luck so far. We're watching QHID chasing down Murph. Should get DRS here as Bish is in the pit. Green flag's waving now, so look, it could have been a very temporary yellow there. Close battle here from P7 through to P9. QHID has got past Murph. Does Liam try as well? Thinks better of it for now. I believe that Liam will get DRS and Murph won't. So we'll see how Murph goes about this. Does he attack QHID as a defend from Liam? Looks like I got away with not doing either there, as Bish now retires in the pit. So that's another car we've lost, down to 14 from our 20 starters. Pinto picks up a penalty there for multiple warnings. Let's have a look and see what it does to the penalty situation. Puts Pinto on a 6. As Bish's car comes back on the road, hoping it's not getting in his way. We're watching Striker on Boo Boo. Into DRS zone we go. Can Boo Boo defend it? He's got more battery than Striker here, so might be able to use that to defend. Striker now going down the inside into turn 1. Looks like he's got the move done before the corner. And he's going to have DRS on the exit of 3 as well here. And that's Pinto who lost it. Pinto in the Alpines round. Down from P5 to P9. An unfortunate error into turn 1. That's Murph in contact with QHID. QHID's round. As we're watching Chrissy all over the back of Liam. Can Liam defend this? QHID now down to P9. Bit of a moment there from Chrissy, good save. Well held. We have yellow flags there, it looks like an Alpha. Now for a mare of Hellbound by the looks of it. Our Striker goes fastest lap. in his pursuit of Ant for the race lead. Further yellow flags for Ben. His race has gone from bad to worse. Boobo and Striker gone at it here. So how looks it's gone between Chrissy and Liam. Chrissy has DRS next at turn 3. Is he close enough to have a go? Doesn't look like he is. Liam able to hang on for another lap at least. As we watch Murph in P5 up 13 places. He seems like the guy's got it more right than anyone else. Amid the safety car drama. As we watch Liam and Chrissy still going at it. Further yellow flags there, looks like Alfa Romeo again, looks like Hellbound. As Chrissy will now go on the attack. We'll get the DRS here. No, he doesn't. We've got safety car. Safety car again. And Pinto and Chapin in. Both going to the soft tyres with 7 laps to go. Casper and also, so we predicted to do the same. So that throws a spanner in the works. We predict the soft tyres go 11 laps, so shouldn't be any issue getting them to the end from here. So we'll see what the leaders do from the safety car. I expect possibly Boo Boo in, even if no one else. So we can get off the hard tyres. We'll see what the leader does. Always tough here to choose what to do from the lead. Do you favour the track position, or do you go for the pit stop and try and get the softer compound? You give up a big gap if you box and no one else does. From P2 you go choice, you can react to what the leader does. As the leader, you've got to make the call. What does Ant do? Ant brings it in. No, he doesn't. He changes his mind. Ant stays out. Did he change his mind, or was he trying to pull a dummy there? Trying to get Striker to react. Either way, Striker has not reacted. I've got Liam and QHID in, along with Meldave. Meldave taking a gamble. His race not going how he hoped. A chance to turn it around here as he goes onto the soft tyre, and he'll be able to regain where he was in the pack. Be able to rejoin at the back of the pack. So at the back he'll emerge in P11 by the looks of it, because I think Chapin's going to come through here. Yeah, so 11th place in the pack and on the soft tyres. We'll have a look at the tyre information, see what has happened here. So it's everyone 6th, so everyone 7th down is pitted. So Liam might be the one to watch, being the front soft tyre runner. We'll watch his progress and see what he's able to do. We'll go to Striker for the start so we can see how the restart goes, and then we'll switch to Liam to see how the soft tyre decision unfolds. I'd expect the safety car to be out one more lap because Ben won't catch it in time. So just a handful of laps. Under green conditions we'll have. So I expect safety car to possibly be in this lap. So I'll have 5 racing laps. We'll watch Striker for the immediate restart to see how it goes up here, and then we'll switch to Liam. As Ben now boxes, potential to retire. Or does he? He's onto the soft tyres. He's on the soft tyres here. He might fancy a gamble. Penalty situation. So most of the penalty at the moment is Christian on 9. A few 6s up there, and a couple of 3s. It's just Anne, Boo Boo, Mel, Dave and Casper who are penalty free at the moment. We are going out for one more lap behind safety car. So it'll only be 4 racing laps we've got. As we wait to get restarted. Here we go then, getting ready to go again. So Anne will lead us away. So Anne has gone now. Striker reacting. Looks has been caught out a bit. Anne's got 8 tenths already. We'll now switch to Liam like we said we're going to. And we'll see how this soft tyre strategy unfolds. So Liam's still in P7 behind Chrissy here. We're going to have a couple of laps with the DRS here. Boo Boo's got Striker. Can he make it stick? So far so good, but Striker's on the outside. Striker's gone back. Into turn 6 they go. Boo Boo on the inside. So far Striker able to defend. It's allowing Ant to get away. Boo Boo will get the P2 as it stands by virtue of Striker's penalty. But Striker defending it on the track. We've got yellow flags out. That's a McLaren. That's Liam. Liam and the McLaren QHID there having issues. And Liam's out. Liam's out of the race. So we've lost Liam and now we've got another safety car. So only have possibly one more racing lap here. No, but 2 more racing laps because safety car will be in and give you 2. Would always give 2 laps. So Pinto now in. So here we go. This is going to be a grandstand finish here. It's Ant from Striker from Boo Boo. So I believe safety car's going to have to come in this lap in order to give us the 2 racing laps at the end. And it is. So here we go, then, ready to go again. So we're going to Striker for now. Mel Dave now becomes the front runner of the soft tyre folks. So in a race with plenty of incidents, it looks like it's going to go to Ant unless someone pulls out of the bag here. Boo Boo's got a great restart compared to Striker. Boo Boo, who as we said is going to be P2 by virtue of Striker's penalty. Can he make it on circuit? There's a contact there. Contact into turn 1. The Striker gets back through into turn 3. Boo Boo sizing up into 4. Doesn't manage to get him, but always going lurking in the background there. He's looking to make the position maybe. We've got yellow flags. Is that Pinto having a problem? Looks like Murph and Pinto possibly. And Mel Dave's down a lot of places here, so possibly Mel Dave involved in that. Boo Boo now has passed Striker on the circuit. Striker might not have seen much point in defending it. Bear in mind he's got a penalty anyway. Always Guinan now has a chance to get him on the circuit, not he needs to. I said no, he does need him, sorry, he does need to. He's on the 6-second penalty where Striker's got 3. So he'd need to get him and pull a gap. Unlikely to be able to do that with 1 lap to go. But anything can happen, as we've seen. Plenty of incidents in this race. As you can tell from Ben, there were 5 pit stops and now to P8. How his race fortunes have changed. We've got yellow flags. Is that Murph have an issue? That's Pinto. Pinto, Murph and Mel Dave here. Fighting out at the back. We'll have a look at what Always Guinan's managed to do on Super Striker. Unlikely to take the place proper, as even if he gets on the circuit, he's got to pull 3 seconds. As we're watching Shadow now, having a look at Hellbound. Will that position stick? This is for position on merit. They've both got 6-second penalty there. They'll catch each other out. As Ant takes the win of the race, takes his 11th career victory in Red Arrows. Boo Boo in P2, a solid result for him after being wrong-footed by the safety car. Had the pace to win today, just unfortunate. Casper in P3. have a look at the rest of the field in a moment. Hellbound gets the driver of the day from the game. As we watch and takes to the podium. Goes 11th career victory and takes the lead of the championship in his title defence. We'll see how the rest of that unfolded. Let's have a look. Wherever else is. So it was Ant from Boo Boo, Casper P3, Striker P4, Always Grinding P5, QHID in 6, then Hellbound, Chrissy, Shadow in P9, Mel Dave P10, not ideal race for him, but I think it's unfortunate by a couple of safety cars there and a few incidents hurt his race. Then Shepan, Murph, Pinto, the unfortunate drivers did not pick up points, and we lost Liam, Bish, Percival, Lewis, Calgon and Joshua Wilco. We'll go to the race director so we can see the incidents there, of which there will be plenty. I'm not sure we'll catch them all here in time. We might have to do a quick job of this. I'll speed this up because that way we'll get to the end. I can always slow the video down just to show it. So just about got them in, there's all the incidents. So just enough time to tell you that next week we are in Belgium for a sprint. We hope to join you again there. In the meantime, have a fantastic week and we hope to catch you again. This is James here signing off. Catch you again soon.